Welcome back to Scale Model Review. Today I'm going to do another piece of armour. I'm enjoying the FX King Tiger so much I thought I'd go out and get myself another piece of armour. So this is it. I've got this from my local model shop today. It's the Tamiya 135 Challenger 1 Mk.3. And there's a shot of the box. It's quite an impressive box. Quite a big box actually. It's quite a fair old size. On the box you've got a couple of versions. You've got the desert version and you've got the NATO version. There's also an action shot there of it. Apart from that, it looks like it comes with a couple of figures as well. So let's have a quick shifty inside the box. Okay, we've got, let's get it all out again and we can, right, what have we got here? We've got also a desert coloured spruce. First things first, we've got the tub, and this is pretty well moulded. It's all together. It's got a little nugget on there that'll probably have to be sanded out, but apart from that, detail looks crisp and clean. It says it's 1985. I don't know if that's when the kit was built. If so, I mean, look at the detail on this for that year. It's miles and miles ahead of the time. I don't know when that was made, or if that's just a copyright of Tamiya when they were first born. So, but that's a tub. As you can see, it's a fair old size. Let's have a look in this one. This looks like to be the main bag of. We've got the. Open. We have obviously the upper deck. I mean, the level of detail is excellent. I mean, if this was built in 1985, then I'm amazed, because that makes Tamiya 15 years ahead of everyone else. But I don't think that's the case. But if you should be able to see the level of details. Awesome. Now, obviously, I don't know a lot about armour. I've only done halfway through one other, but that looks to be a very good level of details, very clean, crisp. The plastic it's like middle to hard. I mean, it's a nice plastic. Again, top of the turret, got some excellent detail on there, and the hole and everything. That's there you go, that's better. But yeah, it looks really nice. That's going to build up to quite a size. That's going to look nice on my shelf. The actual sprue itself's got quite a bit of flash on it, but the kit itself is excellent. I mean, it's typical Tamiya. It's completely clean, crisp, and devoid of any flash or even burring. There's no burring on there or anything like that. That King Tiger kit that I'm halfway through at the moment had a couple of burrings on it, but this is there's also a figure there. This looks like it could be the pilot, it might not be, but he seems to be quite well, actually he's quite well moulded with a good level of detail on that, you can see there. So he looks like might be worth doing actually, because it's not a bad size as far as figures go. So I'll have to have a look at that. That may be something to do after I've built the tank itself. I think maybe I could do a diorama or something with that. Another sprue. The birds are on fine fettle today as well, so you'll have to excuse their noise. Again, a bit of flash on the sprue itself, but on the actual parts, there's a tiny couple of bits of burrs on there. All the I didn't have a look on that one. It looks like all the press marks where they put it out off of the mould seems to be all in the hidden places, which is excellent. There's still a few raised ones here and there, which you'll have to take down with a sander. But apart from that, I mean, the level of detail is excellent. I mean, the barrel itself, wow. You know, you can see that. You can see it's got on there that it looks like some sort of soundproofing, I would imagine, of some sort. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure someone will let me know. But as you can see, the level of detail is excellent. really get into the weathering on that. Being a desert camo as well, this is completely new to me. So if anyone's got any hints and tips on weathering this and building up, what I'm not sure I've done right with the Airfix one is whether I've built it up right. I've basically done the bottom, then the upper deck, and then the turret, and then I'll put them all together. You know, I can't see how you can get the track on when you've glued it all together. So if anyone wants to help me with the process involved with this, which is the best way to build it, wheels, put it all together first, then spray it, or do the wheels and then spray on it and things like that, that would be great. I'm actually calling this out to you, Storm22. You seem to know your stuff. If you could let me know, that would be magic. I shall put your name just here, just so you get the message. But apart from that, level of details, excellent. All the very fine fiddly bits like the spade and all that. Even the spade's got looks really good. So, yeah, I'm really that looks lovely. Lovely bits of plastic. Right, I've got another big sprue here. On this one, again, we've got another figure. He looks like the pilot or driver or commander. There we go. So again, a good level of detail on there. So it's not quite a lot you can pick out. I mean, usually the figures are quite crud that you get with kits, but I've got to say Tamiya's figures are really quite good. I did a figure for the Spitfire Mark 1 that I did of theirs, and he came out really, really well. And it's the first time I'd ever done a figure. So, but things like the jerry cans, you know, with water on there, excellent moulding. As you can see, got it all written on there as well. What else have we got on here? All the vents, things like that. We've got the side panels. Can't remember what they're called for the life of me. Again, I'm sure someone will correct me. The things like you got, I would imagine that's a tow rope or wire, cable of some sort down the bottom there. But even that's got an excellent level of detail on it. So yeah, very impressed with that. I'm definitely sure that 1985 is not the year of manufacture for this, because that would just make this completely awesome. You got the barrels on there as well. Again, the barrels really, really good. I remember the spare diesel barrels. They have an excellent level of detail. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of aftermarket parts for this, but looking at it, you don't really need a lot, I don't think. It's, but that's Tamiya, isn't it? They are excellent. Their mouldings are always clear. I haven't seen a bad moulding from Tamiya yet, so I'm sure they are out there, but I haven't seen one. And obviously we've got the wheels and the idlers. Look at me, so the idlers, look, so I'm getting to know a bit about it. But they look, again, the nuts on there, the wheel nuts and everything, excellent moulding, all very clean, crisp. The grills are excellent. What looked like some sort of lights, great again, yeah, very nice. Hubs are excellent. Yeah, excellent level of detail all the way around. I mean, you can't really fault that. I mean, I paid 31. I'll put a link at the beginning of the video. Obviously, you've already seen it, of how much I can find it, the cheapest place I can find it online for you. But I bought this for 31 quid from my local model shop. One of those impulse buys, you know how it is. On here, we've got a little bag here with some extras in. Now on here, we've got some mesh, which is like that. Now I would imagine that's there are some mesh portions on the front here, so these are some sort of guards, and I would imagine you've got to cut that out to size and everything. So but that's good. It's better than plastic, that's for sure. I would imagine these are for the wheels. Maybe they're movable wheels, I don't know. I wouldn't imagine it with the track, but there is some clear plastic type thingies, which I would imagine are something for the windows of some sort, like that. Again, I haven't got into the instructions, so I don't know. And there is some nuts and bolts. Again, I don't know what that's for, but I'm sure we'll find out. So a little bag of goodies there, which makes it a bit different. Not the usual bag of goodies. The Decals. Not many decals on armour, I've noticed, but these are all in register, very clean, crisp. They're quite flat, which I would imagine is probably better for armour, because you're going to weather it down anyway. But as you can see, all in good order. So there's NATO markings there and British markings. It's weird that there's no flags or anything like that, you know, or emblems. But that's the decals. We've got the tracks. Now the tracks, this is a bit like the tracks that I got with the Airfix one, which is kind of a flexible rubber. You can see they're a little bit warped or whatever where they've been in the box. And what I've found on the Airfix one, it's going to be hard to get them to conform, so I might have to glue them to the actual the wheels themselves. But they go over, they're just attached like that, and they squeeze in together. These are a lot more pliable and movable than the Airfix ones, so I'm hoping that these will be quite nice. And again, the weathering of them, I would imagine just leave them as is and don't even bother painting them and just weather straight over the top. Again, if anyone can help me out, that would be smashing. But yeah, some nice tracks anyway. And finally we've got the instruction manual. Now I love Tamiya kits, but I'm not a keen fan of their instructions. You know, mainly because they tend to be overcomplicated sometimes. But you got a little bit right up here in many languages about the Challenger Mk.3. And then the instructions that go together. Obviously all the paint call outs are for Tamiya, and there's quite a few here. I've got most of these, but there's a few here that I haven't got, which are specific armour colours, which I haven't got in my collection yet. So I will get those, even though I'm converting to guns. I will get the Tamiya colours for the Tamiya things. But yeah, it says here to make the wheels, paint them up first, pop everything on, quite basic, get the wheels on. And then obviously putting together the barrels, all the extras, putting the rear door on, or the rear plates, whatever it's called. And then putting all the extra odds and sods on the upper deck. And then the deck goes together. And then you've got the sides, I would imagine they're rocket propelled grenade covers for the wheels, so you don't get them in the wheels. You got this lovely little man telling you to take a break and all this lot while you're great. But tells you how to put the tracks together and everything. And then the turret goes on, and then the barrel. It's all pretty self-explanatory. Oh, there you go. It says there how to cut out the shapes of the little bit of mesh. I can't see anything where those little bits of plastic go though, I've got to say. So I'm intrigued as to where that goes, and whether there's actually going to be enough mesh for all of this remains to be seen as well. He's got 2 long parts and then 4 separate parts, so that'll be interesting. I can't see where those plastic bits goes at all actually. Nowhere. Oh, well, it says here there's a transparent part to go in there, but that's the only transparent parts that came with the kit. There's no clear plastic at all anywhere on it, which is a bit of a shame because it does have these headlights here and obviously several little visors and windows and everything. So I'm surprised there's no glass parts at all, but maybe that's just, I'm not used to these, as I said. But apart from that, it shows you how to paint the figures and everything as well there. A NATO and a British Desert version. All different types of camo. But it looks to go together all very well indeed. It's got a turret machine gun as well. That should probably weather up quite nicely. Although I didn't see that on the sprue. I wouldn't mind seeing that actually. I'm sure it's there somewhere. But there you got the paint schemes again. Black and white, you know, there's a desert camo, NATO camo. To get the actual colours you have to have a look on the box. So there's the NATO, which I do actually like. I do like that scheme, but I think I'm going to go for the desert one, mainly because I haven't weathered anything desert at all, so it'll be a little bit challenge for me. But overall, the kit itself looks absolutely smashing. I mean, the mouldings and everything, beautifully moulded. and it looks like it will go together very well. And being Tamiya, I'm sure that it will. And for the life of me, I can't find the machine gun on there. It's going to be there somewhere, he says. Alright, well, I'll have a look for that later. But overall, looks like a lovely kit to go together. That wouldn't be a good start, would it? Lose all the nuts. But yeah, so lovely looking kit. Can't wait to get stuck into that. I've got a couple of other models to do in the meantime. But that is the Tamiya 135 Challenger 1 Mark 3 and a beautiful looking kit. Thanks a lot. Until next time, speak soon. Take care.